Good morning. It's day 2. I slept pretty well. Definitely I was catching up on some missed sleep from the last few nights at home. Great night, no wind, just listening to the creek rushing by, and it's just a really good night. So I am retrieving the food. The first few nights on this trip, there's too much food to fit in the bear canister. So I'm having to hang as well. So it's a little extra hassle, but it's worth it to keep your stuff safe. So I don't know if you can see, there's the bag up in the tree. So today the plan is to head up over Arrow Pass, which is about 10,800 or 900 feet, somewhere in there, and then drop down Burro Flat to Phillips and Double Lakes, and then ascend about 400 feet up to Star Lake, and then drop down about 1,200 feet to past Honeymoon Lake to where you meet the big creek. So planning on camping there. If I'm feeling really good, I may go cross the next crossing and go a little farther, so tomorrow's easier. But right now I think there's storms forecast, so my goal is just to get to that first spot and see what happens. We'll see you in a bit. It's about 8:20 and I am nearing the top of Arrow Pass. I've never gone this far without having like serious cardio and needing to stop a ton of times. And this is crazy. I left camp, felt a little out of breath at the start, but I haven't stopped once. Pushed out the biggest hill of the day before 8:30. Happy with how I'm feeling. It's awesome. So now we get to go downhill. I'm excited about that. So panoramic tour of Arrow Pass, looking in the distance there to Downs Mountain, the northernmost 13er in the Rockies. Talus Mountain, which my son Marcus and I climbed 3 weeks ago at 11,695. You can just see Arrow Mountain peeking out in the background there, and then peak 11,696 right here. And then that's Horse Ridge across to there. You can see the snow up there near the summit of the ridge, which culminates in Mount Phoebus, which you can't see. It's just behind that. That's down into Burro Flat, where I'm headed in a second. And that's up on to Goat Flat, which I believe is the highest plateau in the Rockies at over 12,000 feet. So, beautiful morning. Love it up here. So up here on Arrow Pass, I'm seeing more wildlife than I ever have before. You can't probably see it in the video, but right there below to the right of the summit, there is a huge herd of elk. Heard some elk noises and looked up there. There's gotta be 40 or 50 of them. And then just on the other side of this ridge, I heard a pack of coyotes, and then over on Arrow Mountain there was a second pack that was howling earlier this morning. Pretty cool. I will stop for my third break of the morning. It's about 10:30 and I'm at Double Lake, which is beautiful and making great time. I think I'll definitely be stopping below Honeymoon Lake to camp tonight and just enjoy my afternoon. I'm hoping to get there by, I don't know, early afternoon sometime. I'm not in any hurry. It's just a great feeling to just feel like you have all the time in the world and just go leisurely and take in the scenery. So the scenery over Double Lake is spectacular. Someday I want to come in and climb this peak. It's just below 12,000 feet and does not have a name, but I think there's a class 3 route that can go up and around kind of the back side of it. Florence Lake is up in here, and then there are 2 more lakes behind up below the wall with Goat Flat there. I'm guessing it's just stunning up in there. So one more trip that I need to create for myself. So yeah, the lake is beautiful. Headed up in that direction towards Star Lake next. All right, I'm here at the stream crossing below Star Lake. Awesome spot to get some water. And I'm now ready to start the 400 feet up to Star Lake. Never looks like much on the map, but it's deceptively exhausting. So once I get to the top, that'll be it for elevation gain. And then I got to drop about 1,200 feet down to the Dinwiddie Creek. And that's where I'm going to make camp. So should be, after I get up this hill, should be easy. I always forget how brutal coming down this hill past Honeymoon Lake is. It's 1,200 feet, but it just comes straight down in so many places. It's just awful footing. It's a trail made for horses, not for people. There's places where you literally have to step down like 1.5 feet or 2 feet to get off a boulder to the next part of the trail. And finally a little bit of breeze now, but it was hot and calm and I was sweating a lot, and there's tons of horse crap on the trail, so you breathe in deeply and get that wonderful, especially when it's steamy. It's just great. I'm like a half mile to camp. I am gonna be so happy to get there. I almost started talking like IB Ted always starts his videos, but I decided I want to keep my channel PG, so expressing how I'm feeling right now. I'm beating it. That was a big day, and I am ready to just put my feet up and relax. Great little tent spot right here. And then we've got the very wide, very loud creek flowing by right there. This is Dinwiddie Creek. It runs down from Dinwiddie Glacier, and then Downs Creek meets it just about. And then this keeps flowing for many miles until it drains into Upper Dinwiddie Lake. So there's your waterway lesson for the day. It's time to set up the tent. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about my philosophy when it comes to getting early to camp. I like to get up early in the morning and get on the trail really early because I hate hiking in the heat. And pretty much after 11:30 or 12, my desire to be out walking dims greatly. So I kind of planned this trip with the idea of getting to camp fairly early each day. There's going to be a few long days. I'm thinking tomorrow will probably be one where it's more mid-afternoon. But I just, you know, I could move faster, but I figure 11 days with, you know, I started at 55 pounds, I'll be under 40 by the time I finish, versus doing it in 7 days where you're really walking hard and still starting out with maybe 45 or 40, 47, depending if you're allowing 2 pounds of food a day. It's still just a heavy pack, and my hips are going to get bruised, my shoulders are going to get bruised no matter how I do it. So I figure it's better to have a little bit of recovery time, a little bit more recovery time, so I can just enjoy things and not let my feet get super shredded. You know, my feet feel great right now. It's the bruises on my hips from the pack, and a little bit, especially my left shoulder, definitely feeling it. So it was great to get the pack off today, and so I can sit here and just eat a bunch more food, make it lighter for tomorrow. So that's kind of why I do what I do. I'm going to get up earlier tomorrow than I did, and see if I can get going. Instead of leaving camp at 7:15, I want to be leaving camp at like 5:45 or 6 tomorrow, because the last 2 hours today I was just done. So anyway, that's all. Well, it's 8:30 and I am getting ready to wrap up this evening, day 2. Overall, tougher days than yesterday. Definitely got hot this afternoon. Couldn't be in the tent because it was too hot, but being outside wasn't too bad. I had a little chipmunk that was intent on stealing something. He tried taking tomorrow night's dinner, and he was just being rather obnoxious. I had to keep everything really close by me while I was cooking because he obviously had seen people before and he wanted whatever was happening. So that's all for the night. I'll see you in the morning.